Welcome to Keeping It Real Goes Wrong. Today we have a special guest, Dre Island. You know, I love you guys, Cassie.
Big
Preds.
crazy what done. And we bought somebody from the struggle. Today's topic is we was gonna state it as from nothing to more than something. When I sat with the dogs, he told me like, nah. So we had to revamp that from everything to more than something. And that's where we coming from. You know what I'm saying? Because we was born with everything. You know what I'm saying? From the higher power. So we touching on big topics today. Today y'all could call in. When y'all send it in the comments, whosoever's really concerned, if y'all serious, y'all can call in. Y'all can request whatever, and we'll let you call in and we'll talk to y'all and see what's going on. But Dre, talk to them.
Yeah, blessings.
Right.
Yeah. Blessings.
Oh, wait.
It's a joy being here,
Yes.
Yeah, I love the vibes, love the ambience.
Let them know. Let them know as far as an artist, how big of an artist you are and the struggles you came from, what it took to become who you are now, mentally, physically, and everything. Just get them a light synopsis of what you came from, and get them a breakdown to how you made it to where you at now. So for people in the struggle that don't have a way or a thought process, you can get them something. You get them guidance.
Well, big of an artist, I can't tell. You know what I'm saying? Because we know judge,
Yeah.
But as you say it, some things in life, because I give thanks that words are spelled, Words, you cast words, you spell words, you pronounce it,
Yeah.
In order to speak it,
Yeah.
And so when you say from nothing, for me, it never sit well with my soul.
Yeah.
Like a man say, because at the end of the day, we came from the Most High, the Creator, the Giver of life.
Exactly.
And once the Giver of life created us, that means that is everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because it can't get no better than that.
At all.
Without life, what are we?
Yes. Nothing.
So that's why we were born with everything, It's just to grow from there, and to build fellowship and righteous bonding, and stability, to help each other, mental, physically, and emotionally, and spiritually to grow, because we are here to replenish this earth.
Exactly.
So for I and I, it was all love from first sight where music is concerned for Dre Island.
Mm-hmm.
As you hear my name, I'm from the island. I'm from Jamaica. I was born in Kingston, Jamaica, place called Reddy's Road.
Well, I know where that is.
You know Reddy's Road?
Of course I do. I know. Portmore.
Oh, you know
I know.
about
I know Constant Spring Road.
She know Constant Spring Road.
I hung out in Jamaica.
Right.
My grandparents are from Jamaica
Oh, see.
and stuff. Yeah, I used to go to Jamaica often. Haven't been in a few years since COVID, but I know Jamaica well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
You know
I
Reddy's
love
Road.
Jamaica, the best island in the Caribbean.
It's few people here say, I know Reddy's Road.
Yeah. Yeah.
But definitely that's where I was born, legends like Buju Banton from there, Flower Gun, Red Dragon, Daddy Lizard. A lot of one Shane, it's from my community too, And they have new artist Baker. So a lot of prominent artists and legends from my community, And that's one of the reasons why I fell in love with music from the get-go, Because I was born and raised in the Garrison. And when you're born and raised in the Garrison in Jamaica, you're going to hear music. You're going to hear loud noise.
Yes,
People
yes,
argue.
Yes, yeah.
You're going to hear
And
gunshot.
And you're gonna smell chicken.
You know, you're gonna smell jerk chicken.
Yeah.
You know, you're gonna smell a fire,
Yes.
rubbish burning.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that you're gonna get without asking.
You're gonna get roasted breadfruit.
Even when you're in your individual home and individual space, there's certain things that going to enter there without you inviting it or asking for it to be there because it's natural, it's nature, it's sound, it's scent.
Yes,
you know?
exactly.
So music was one of them things that hit me from the very first go. I couldn't play dancehall music in my house. My grandmother was a Christian grandmother. You know, Jamaica is a Christian country.
Yes, yes.
You know, other than Christian is Rasta country.
Exactly.
Yes.
But my grandmother was the one who would, every time she hear me turn on a dancehall music, she would have say, lock off them boogie yaga music. but then I had my neighbors who could have played the boogie yaga music for me and turned it up loud, you know. And grandma wouldn't say nothing. If I was at the window listening to my next door neighbor play them music, you know, so I had many different sounds with that said as a child that was sowed into me, you know, that seed that them plant inside of me from young, you know, the tree that them grew. That's the tree that I that's inspired my life up to today. Everything that I've learned from when I was a kid from age 0 up to, let me say, teenager, 13. You know, that's what still is embedded inside of Dre Island. You know, and those are the loves and the sounds that I got from the beginning that drive me to become this person that I am today. Yeah. You know,
Yes.
Dre Island, the artist.
You here representing the struggle for everybody that really know what it takes coming from where you coming from to come here to start new and then to make it to where you are right now. Not saying you're comfortable, but you're better than a lot. Working.
I mean, I wouldn't even use the word I'm better than anybody, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Right.
It's more I'm at the place where I should be, you know, and we are far a place to go because the spirit teller, you know, I feel it inside, you know, everything that's surrounding, everything that we're doing. You know, if it wasn't supposed to be for future, Jah wouldn't give us the inspiration that Him give us.
Facts.
The works that we're creating now wouldn't be created, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So those are some of the things that show us that
yes,
it's timeless.
Yes.
And it's the next thing too that comes with Dre Island music. I don't date my music. You feel me?
Yes.
I don't put no time to my music or date to my music or when the music should be out or when it shouldn't be out or when it should be played, you know what I'm saying? So that's the next thing to that shows that our thing is forever.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. Timely.
So it's all about growth, you know. I wouldn't use say better. It's all about growth. And
It is.
It's always about feeding your focus and starve distraction.
But I'm gonna show you something though. Even though you see that's how we feel, I only put it out there because that's how the masses will feel that you're better than them. You know what I'm saying? And that's not the correct, but that's how they feel. You feel me? And if you in a better predicament than the next person, then they feel like you're better off than that person. Nah, it's the thought process is mixed up. You get what I'm saying? And so being that you're working harder for what you got and whatever everything that you're doing, we're showing them the process. Before they know the process, the biggest thing that will come to their mind will be, yeah, but he's better than me. It's not that. You feel me? He came from what he came from. He worked up everything he worked up to get to where he had to get. And to him, he's at where he's supposed to be, not better than you. He worked up to get where he at right now. You know what I'm saying? And we showing the youth, we showing the lazy, we showing everybody that needs to be shown what they need to be shown to show the work process from the struggles to get into where you at, and you're still not comfortable. You feel me? You're still not comfortable to where you feel like you made it. That's not the mind frame that we keep.
I mean, you know, at the end of the day, everybody have their fair share of struggle.
Exactly.
You know, everybody got their own struggles.
Exactly.
Everybody got their own story that them have to write. And nobody can tell your story for you the way how you gonna tell your story. So nobody can fix the struggle for you if you don't want to fix the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? Because that struggle is all a mental struggle.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, who is struggling? Let's bring it to a geographical location then. America, Brooklyn, where's the struggle?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The struggle is inside
The struggle
you.
is everywhere.
Exactly.
Because everybody individually have
Right.
life. So
Remember-
they have to go there into
Hey,
a
go.
world that is,
Exactly.
is all.
It's chaotic.
All right.
It's not balanced.
Exactly. It's chaotic.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's not balanced in just sight, but it's
Exactly.
balanced in man's eyes, you know?
Exactly. That's why I said what I said.
So that's why we all have the fair share of struggle.
Exactly.
When you really preach though, do you really have a struggle?
Exactly.
All right.
That's my point. See how you
Question.
see you see that's my point, because somebody will look at you and say you're better off than them. You get what I'm saying? And that person feels like they're in a struggle. But do you really have a struggle? Somebody that took set on what they feel like was right for them and they went for it.
For me,
Yeah.
I would say that person have the right to think that way.
Yes.
However, it's for that person to go and research and know
Yes.
what is their struggle to fix their struggle, and not to watch a next person's struggle, because that can't fix your struggle unless you're going to take good inspiration from the person.
Exactly.
All right.
We can't hear
Exactly.
you.
Exactly.
We can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Yeah, you you're not in the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I got a question to ask you. Just like the legendary Bob Marley, right? He said we have to free ourselves from the mental slavery that we all go through, you know? And listen to your music, you're very conscious. You know what I'm saying? You're deep and poetic. You know, the struggle is very real. And when you look through poverty, right? And you see what everyone going through, you're looking at the big scale, not just the small scale, scale. You're looking at the major scale. But the struggle is in one's mind, you know, to overcome the obstacle that's in our way. Whether you have to do prison time, whether you out here in the street trying to make ends meet, we struggle in all barriers.
Everyone got that
Mhm.
struggle, no matter where you are, and it's all a mental struggle that you gotta free up. It's not easy
It's not.
because of how the world dictate for you to live and how it was presented to you in this time, in this being, in this present moment that you're living in this realm. You know, it's not easy unless you try to seek a different position and place for you, which is your purpose.
That's true. And you said something that makes so much sense. You said the spirit had touched you, right, to write this song because you're here to bring forth. You said something about words, right? Because words are a spell,
Yes,
right?
man.
So if you use words that have spell, right? You use words to capture the soul, to enlighten them. Basically, open your eyes, pay attention to what is being said. You know, wake up from your slumber, your nightmare, your dreams, whatever is bringing you to that hill of poverty. You know, overcome the obstacle, climb the mountain. You remember when Martin Luther King said, I have seen the promised land. We shall overcome. Those are words. Those are spell.
I think these things are blocked back the world vibe.
You know, those are some powerful things. And listen to your music. You are very touched, and I could tell you're a spiritual being because you're very in tune with your spirit. And that's very conscious of your music. When you could touch someone's soul, you're deep, you tapped in. And that's deep. That's conscious music.
You know what, too? For me, it go back again to purpose, because I would say we born perfect.
We are born perfect.
We all born perfect.
Yes.
The
Even
creator,
in your
the
imperfection,
creator never did
he
anything
doesn't
wrong.
make mistakes.
He never make mistake. You
Can't.
know, it's just
Doesn't-
it's we now.
Yes,
'Cause
yes.
we have choice, which
Yeah,
is
exactly.
he
We have
gave
free
us
will.
choice.
Free will
'Cause the
too.
world would be boring.
Mm-hmm.
if we didn't have choice. Come on.
Absolutely.
What would this life be? You can't even imagine
Dull.
that thing.
But I,
Facts.
Everyone was just thinking, eh,
Yeah.
line, like-
it can't be like that.
it was,
But I think if
what-
we were like that too, then we wouldn't be God conscious. because we have to go through a struggle in order to understand that there's something greater that we should be tapping into
No,
to make us conscious
I would say we would be
It's-
God conscious, but we would just be just doing one thing for God. We just
Right.
know exactly what.
And I don't think
and
he
God
wants us
wouldn't
to
be-
know. He
That's
wants us
true.
to know
to
him.
choose.
To get right. He wants us to be able to
Hence
know
why we
him.
have choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Because he created us with this, he created us in the image of himself, right? So just when you look at yourself, knowing that who you are, and where you come from,
He created
because
us.
something so beautiful.
He created us not just in himself, but he created us for a specific individual purpose. That's the main point. It's
Well,
not,
it's to glorify.
because of course the main purpose is to give thanks and praise.
To
Hallelujah.
Make a
glorify
joyful
him.
noise unto the
Exactly.
Lord. You know what I'm
To
saying?
glorify him.
And that's what people need to know first.
Yeah.
The first thing is to simplify, make a joyful
Yes.
noise. It's giving thanks.
Yes.
But why you giving thanks to? There's individual purposes that he put inside of us that makes the world a better place, that should make the world a better place for you and I.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's some simple things. But because of the pictures that are painted and the stories and the lessons and the different curriculums,
And the
that keep
fascination
changing.
of what you see. Everything is fascinated by what they see.
Yeah, and
You know,
it's
that-
also
that-
what they are taught to, because as I said, indoctrinations and curriculums, the school changes their curriculums every 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And I understand too, it's because of technology. And it's many different reasons, but there are hidden message behind all these reasons. We're not going to know them all. We don't know it all. But we just have to seek knowledge.
Right.
We have to seek to want to know our purpose again. And tap into our purpose. It's not for me to tell you or nobody how to, what to, where to. It's for me to keep my eyes focused in that mirror. You know?
And to see that life is not a destination, it's a journey. Because it's never ending. You just evolve.
That's his song.
For me, I don't
yeah.
ever worry about
You
that
just
part
evolve.
of life, I never think about that part of life. I just know that I need to do what I'm doing while I'm here, because
But a lot of people do,
we see
right?
which is what I just said. My purpose is to know how to look into that mirror, so I can keep my purpose sharp. It's not to be the judge. It's not to be the ruler. It's not to be the boss of.
The jury.
It's not to be the don of. You know what I'm saying? Give thanks to ones who look on I as mentor. Give thanks to the one who are inspired. Give thanks to the one who are healed, because that's what I do. So the ones who receive the message like the I, give thanks. I will keep growing. Just have to stick to that purpose.
I got a question for you. So, who are the artists that you look up to and inspire you to become so creative? Like, who touched you through your journey of life? Like, which artists do you give acknowledge to?
Well, in all truth and fairness, as me say, we're born in Jamaica. The first song I think I've ever heard in my conscious was Bob Marley.
Legend.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I think the next person's song I think I heard was Michael Jackson. To be real, I was born in 1988 in Jamaica. So anybody who know them time, coming up early 90s, it was Bob Marley, Michael Jackson.
Legends.
And as I say, my home was a Christian home, so those were more likely the only two things that were music that were tolerated. Anything in that line is so
secular.
But of course, I grew up on
Sizzler.
It was a little bit different because I studied classical piano. I started
Okay.
playing piano from I was 3-year-old. So my grandfather played a lot of records,
Okay.
Alvin Otis, Sam Cooke, a lot of smooth groove, body and soul, a lot of them things, Anita Baker,
Oh,
and
wow. Nita Baker.
then Sizzla Kalonji, as I said, but before even Sizzla Kalonji, I had Buju Banton,
Classic.
because that's
Legend.
Radio's
Yeah,
Road.
yeah.
That's
course.
that's mine, that's our people,
And
hard.
Buju paved the way. You know what I
You
mean?
know?
It's not an easy world.
It's
you
not
know?
an easy
The
road, you
you
know. And
What about Shaba?
I never
What was
really
Shaba?
knew Shaba. No,
We
that's,
think about Beanie.
I never. I really can't tell you about who I knew.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? You asked me who inspired me.
Yeah, that's
You know
true.
what I'm saying? So it was more like
Who you listen to more?
Buju Banton, as I said, Bob Marley, Michael Jackson, them and the older soulful artists that's from America. You know, I was more open to. I never got that privilege like no from my friends and who knew the dancehall
I
from
got
them
you.
time because
So
a
you
lot
was
of
sheltered.
a lot of people know the dancehall. And if I do hear it, it was maybe when Stone Lover string up in the community. You know, and them big sound system was string up back
You were
then.
here
Yeah.
through the
I
way.
hear through the wave, you know. And because of what was already, as I say, embedded inside of me, I would have hear it, but it wasn't what my ears was tuned to.
So you never attended like Sunsplash? Like you
I,
kinda hit the
I was
Sunsplash
young
concert?
them time, you know.
Yeah.
I was 88 young. So Sunsplash never continued after
90
98.
something.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After 90 something, it never continued. I was more the Sting.
No.
Yeah, more the Sting, you know.
So,
Rebel Salute and Reggae Sunfest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question because you said you grew up, you was born in the 80s, and you know at that time, like, so I know Jamaica has changed a great deal from them times to now. You know, I've even
It's come a far way, you know.
yes,
Yeah, definitely.
you know, even like the culture is still there, but like even when I visit Jamaica, it's nothing like how it was like for me 20 years ago. It's very different. Like I used to go to Hellshire Beach. You know what Hellshire is in Portmore, right? And I used to love that beach. It was so beautiful. And I went to Jamaica, like I said, about just before COVID, and it's just so different. It's not the same like it was when I was growing up.
Because
So it's like a lot
there's
of
reason for that,
pollution.
you know.
Like yeah,
It's
yeah.
not just
What's-
it's not the pollution that caused that.
what is it? Because I just was like so disappointed.
It's because the people that was going there 20 years ago and feasting in the restaurant because they love that seafood, that
Yeah,
parrot
the
fish
Yes,
that
yes,
was building
fish
the
was
reef.
good.
That same fish that was good,
Yeah.
it was building the reef.
Mm.
Because they ate it all
Ah.
out, there was no more parrot fish to build the reef.
Oh,
So the water coming. And also to
wow.
the road, they dump up
Oh,
land, so the water have to find somewhere to go. It's
And
gonna,
but the Chinese also they build up like a highway and stuff. Like I used to go even when I used to go to country. Like I used to go through like I used to go through the Fern Gully and those type of things. You know that place and cross over
you still got those
Flatbridge.
vibes still, you know. If you want them vibes, it don't change. You
Yeah,
have the
but
highway.
everybody go to the highway now.
You have the highway to bring you cross quicker.
Yes.
If it can't take the hills, a lot of people don't like
'Cause
the
it's
hills.
scary.
So you got that smooth road that you're used to
Yeah.
in America.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? And you also have
To pay a toll too.
no, and then you also have the road that you used to. If you want that road junction, rolling around the road and
yeah.
the whiny and they look off the precipice
Yeah,
vibes.
you're like, whoa.
You still got them
But
adventure.
nobody don't really take those roads like that no more.
I mean, it go back to what we said earlier. We all have choice. It's just you choose which one, but it's there though for
Yeah,
you to
that's
make the
true.
choice.
Yeah.
Don't kill it.
And if,
He said, don't kill it.
They never kill it. They never kill it.
If
They
most-
can't kill it, actually.
if most of y'all don't know who Dre Island is, here's a quick snippet of Dre Island video. You know, check it out. You
Oh.
know, on YouTube, Spotify. You on Spotify too, right?
Yeah,
We're gonna show
I'm
it?
on all DSPs
Show
out
it.
there, every platform
Oh, I
you can
can't
Yes,
think
check
of.
out his
Love to
video.
see
You
it.
know what I mean? Support Dre Island, man.
A true artist.
True artist,
A
up and
true
coming, man.
artist.
So
a pianist as well,
yeah,
right?
pianist. Yes.
You know what I want
You
you,
know?
you know what I wanted, big bro. I wanted to discuss how
Here it is.
you can
I'm
compare.
gonna play his video
We're
real
gonna
quick.
play his video.
Yes, give you a little quick snippet of his video. Go ahead, play it.
Can we hear it?
some volume.
You know, legend.
That is-
From
is
3
this in-
years old playing the
Is this
piano.
in Jamaica? This video was it shot?
So get on the breakdown.
Grand
where it's at,
Spen.
so that- for the people that
Kingston
don't
Grand
know.
Spen.
Oh yeah. Oh wow. Nice.
Rise to the top, 'cause we know what it takes. Through it all, we survive. unchangeable. Lord, unchangeable. Hey, no matter how the dollar might stack up, me still not change. Me, I go stay rough. Inna the giddy and you have to buckle up your lace. Be smart, don't be a gruff, no, no. Life it's a journey, it's a long race. Mama says, son, be wise and don't bring disgrace. So me take up the broom and start sweep the place. Cause all these ways they got to get erased. I love to me people that me embrace. The truth are the truth and that can't erase. So hell to all of those who want hate. Just send me to finish this race. So we ain't giving up, no. We put up a fight, we got to be ready. Cause time's getting tricky. Just said, don't you worry. I'll be in a hurry, Lord. We got to be ready. Cause time's getting tricky. So we pray, we pray, we pray, we pray. Bless nothing flow when the prayer gone up. Not a evil can harm us. Them think we done when we just a warm up. Yeah, nothing harm us. So me tell the youth hold on. Tell mama be strong. Natty, have faith in God. Me no know about man. Long time them a try bring me down. And not just now, from a very young. Chat me every day with them funny tongue. Them a watch me on the telly now. Oh, yeah. They're giving up.
Don't give up.
Fire.
Great vibes.
Great
That's
vibes.
Vibes, you know what I'm
awesome.
saying?
That was really nice.
You know what?
That's,
So
that's
for- yeah.
inspiring.
And you know, for some, because it's like a patois. Like, you know, sometimes you're vibing.
It's
because
a patois or
Exactly.
a patois.
Yeah, it's a patois, exactly.
It's a patois.
I'm like a patois. So
Yeah, big up my brother Popcorn on that song right there. You know, yeah, big up the
Popcorn.
unruly boss.
Is
Mega
it-
super,
Popcorn.
mega international
Of course, that's
superstar. you know.
that's
We
next.
wanna get
That's
him on the
next.
show one
We're
line.
gonna line that.
Can-
Trust me, we're gonna
Can you
line
tell
that.
us a little bit, like exactly what you were singing about? Because some people, they don't know. They know the rhythm and the beat, and they vibe with that, but they don't always get the lyrics. So if you can kind of just give us a breakdown a little bit of like what was being said, what the song was really about.
Compared to life, compare your song and break it down in life situations, basically.
Yeah. So was it? I know it was basically discussing the struggle, but if you can just like give me a little bit more about.
It was more of prayer.
Oh.
It's all about prayer.
Yes, talking to the Father,
You know what I'm saying? That
Basically.
song is all about
That's what it
praying
is.
to Jah, you know.
Asking,
Giving thanks to
talking.
life.
Thank you.
You know, despite of what might be around me, you know. Yeah, we rise to the top. It's all about what we was talking about earlier. Yeah, we never came from nothing, you know what I'm saying? We came from everything, so, you know. We know what it takes, so we have to break. So it's all about empowering. It's all about strength. It's all about giving thanks. It's all about giving praise.
And we need that a lot now, especially with our youth, because I think that there's so much violence in the world, and even in the music, there's a lot of like violence, and not to take away from the art of expression, but sometimes it's can be a little poisonous, particularly for the youth who are so vulnerable. So to have conscious music and still be able to like say, "There, this is really something cool that I can vibe to," you know, it's something that I wish that we could hear more.
And that's the thing with music too, you know. A lot of youths, because of how things is painted again, you know, perception, you know, they don't think it's cool.
Right.
But you know, I blame myself right there for that, because I think that's a responsibility, and I to do more of these type of music, which will encourage more youths
To do that.
to
kind
feel,
of-
because when I do it, they loved it, and the people that I see represent We Pray and move to We Pray shock me too, because I'm from Jamaica, where enough man nobody knows that them pray. You know, it's like.
It's tough.
You know, look masculine,
Exactly.
If you
It's too
pray,
tough, you're too- yeah,
I'm on
yeah,
too
bad boy, no-
tuggy, bad boy, no
exactly,
pray, you know, and
exactly.
So, you know, when I see the people who really put their hands up in the air to it, it's like, oh, sometime too is
People
who?
want it.
Sometime too, and it's not sometime too, it's this for me, because really and truly, I can hear what you're saying to a song, but I hear the words, but I can't really relate to it because it ain't really it ain't me. You know what I'm saying? It ain't from me, but then that same youth was putting up his hand in the air 10 years ago because it was coming from maybe a gospel artist that not singing about it. I just say he struggled away how he came from it, you know, and because I put it in a way that's fun and relatable to him.
Right.
Now I have him on up in here. That's why I say, you know what? It's my responsibility for me to do that more for my people.
Exactly.
You know, so then more youths will be inspired to give it a try.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when they see nobody doing it and they see everybody doing something else, and it's the something else is working, that's what they're gonna do, the easier thing. That's how the mind think, you know, to do what's going on, trending. That's the new thing.
And
Trending.
I was just about to ask you that question. Why do you think our youth has been brought to that particular place? And like you said, it's because of what's trending. Everybody wants to, you know, be a part of what they believe is the end thing, correct?
And is something wrong with that? Or is something not wrong with that? For me, you know, I don't know. But for that's not my purpose. I can be caught up in what's trending, you know? What I'm saying?
Right.
That's for I and I.
Right.
Dre Island, you know what I'm saying? But I won't say somebody want to go out there and be in the trending is something wrong on their behalf.
Right.
Or even on my behalf. You know, I would not be the judge of that, you know what I'm saying? But for I can be caught up in what's trending, because if I was caught up in what's trending, I would never release a song like that.
In a song that's like in touch, and just like, so let's go to the facts of life and how you said, like, they got in their head it's a facade, like somebody that's living hard life and going through hardships, which who they call bad boy, they won't pray because they feel like nobody can heal them. But now you bring out songs like this 20, 30 years later, they praising those songs because them same bad boys, when they in the corner by themselves, that's who they talk to, the higher power. So nobody can trick nobody. Everything is at open now. So now we see. Now we get to see, say how he put out his music. Now you get to see a bad boy, he waving his hand to a gospel song, but in a different way.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
It's what relatable to this particular time.
That's
And
because
culture.
And that's a struggle too that I faced with too as a young kid growing up. So that was something that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that I fall short from that. You know, it's something that I had to strengthen my mind.
Of course.
You know, and heal my mind, you know, for reach to the level where we reach.
Exactly.
And Rastafari only make it easier for you, you know?
Exactly.
Because it's no bag of code of conduct, or you must move, you know, trim your ear, move in this line. And Rastafari is a free way of life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm
So,
saying?
yes. So that's
But
that.
you know the discipline, you know the morals, you know the standard, and you don't break them code.
Do you think
Period.
Yes.
Do you
facts.
think that
Facts.
that's what we're lacking now today, both with men and women, and in our culture, that discipline? Do you think that's a big deal? Like that's why we have a lot of the issues that we have today, because we are lacking discipline? Do you think that may be at the center of what our issues are?
Well, I think some things I can't think about.
No, but I'm just saying, so let's give it some thought. Okay,
Some
and maybe not
things
to you.
I
What about the
can't-
rest of you?
Some things I personally, I just can't think about it. Some things I just know.
Okay.
I'm a man.
So what
Some
do you
things
know?
I know say I need to do, which is discipline, moral standard. You know, it's basically the blueprint already there, fam. What you think you can rewrite the next blueprint to life?
No.
It was already written.
It's set. So
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing but, because, again, we said the creator, the giver of life, give you a choice.
Exactly.
That's why I too can't even fight that battle. You know what I'm saying? I have to make some things heal within the time of Jah, you know, because we all have choice. it's up to us to make the choice that
But-
is suitable for our life. You know,
But
'cause
I know. But I know
what is right or wrong?
what is right or wrong.
Yeah,
I
explain.
think we do know what right or
Because
wrong
of the
is.
blueprint of life.
Yeah, I think
that it's
already
already
set,
something
it's
innate.
Are there.
Yeah, it's innate.
Not
Yeah.
what they set.
So
Yeah.
therefore, it go back
Yes.
to, you see what I'm saying?
Right.
The discipline, the moral, the
right.
standard. If you break
So-
them code, of course it's gonna be problem.
Okay, so that's what I was wondering.
But that's why I
was
say I
trying to
can't
get
think.
at.
You know, you
You
already know.
But you know this. But see, here's the thing. That what I'm trying to do, because we're speaking to other people are listening, right? So some people don't know. You know. You guys may know. I may be conscious of, but everybody.
Go back to it, you know.
Go back to what?
Yes, you answered that question about knowing. They all know.
Innately,
we
they all know.
Yeah.
But however, we have choice.
Exactly.
So
Okay,
some
gotcha.
people
Gotcha.
exactly. So some
Gotcha.
people
Gotcha.
disagree. Some people don't
gotcha.
pay
Yeah.
attention.
You're right.
Some people fall
That's
in
so
line.
right.
Some people know what it is.
They know.
trust me.
They
They know what it
Like,
is.
like Fonnie, she always says, and it's so true to speak to what you're saying. You know, it's just like sometimes we want to keep hearing it, somebody tell us, but you know, I don't have to tell you what you already know.
Exactly.
Like Fonnie always say, everybody hears that little voice, that voice, you know.
Yes.
And you
They
choose
Yeah.
to do something
All right.
else.
And
Exactly.
if it goes
yeah.
down to I and I too, I can't fall short. You know, that's why we just have to know to live and be conscious and mindful of the blueprint that's already there. Because where Dre Island are going to step out a line and then say, him never know.
Right.
Come on.
You knew. Right. Exactly. You knew. You just chose. You made a choice.
All right, so
Understand. Thank you.
that's why this show is about keeping it real. When
Yes.
keeping it real goes wrong,
Right.
because the sense of reality is you try to keep it real. But what is real? You feel me? Until reality hits you, you fall into that place, and then you're like, I can't believe I got into this position.
When you
Because
knew better.
When you knew better. You know it is written in the structure that was given to us, just like your parents warning you from you young, and you want to be rebellious of what they trying to teach you, because you want to learn on your own to see what it's about, because they say, man, you get burned. You know what I'm saying? You want to play with fire, you're going to get burned. Your parents always give you a forewarning, just like the instruction and the discipline that comes beforehand. We all get that, don't do that. Why I can't do that? And you go learn, keeping it real.
Them-
goes wrong.
And then people
but
question why
those,
certain
but
things
those
happen,
are the
right?
things that sharpen us to know.
Of course.
At this time, at this present age, at this moment in life now. That's why as a man, a grown man, you can't ask a certain question and we not known. The child, at the child stage, a child
Experience.
going to do what he has to do.
Of
A
course.
young man, he's going to grow,
Right.
to learn, to know.
All right, but
You know what I'm saying?
He has to
To
experience it.
conscious, because remember,
Yeah.
you know, we're born into a world where a lot of things shaded. So when that you born, even when him fall from the rain pure, we all know. But then because of different sounds and things, he get distracted. So
Yeah,
you have to
distraction.
refocus him.
that's
All of us have to go through that. That's why I said the blueprint already there.
of course.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just simple mathematics, right? If you're learning math, right, the answer is always there, right?
Numbers don't lie.
Numbers don't lie. But sometimes you like, why does this add up to this? Why this multiply to that? Why this divide that? Because the curiosity is in us. To know is what makes us better, but sometimes it's best to take wise decision. Because if you surround yourself with wise counsel, you will be wiser. If you
Right.
surround yourself with fool,
Right.
you become a fool.
Right.
100%.
You know, and
Right,
that's
right,
what it is. It's choosing our friends wisely. People, places,
But some
and
people don't know
things.
how to choose friends.
That's true.
Some people get deceived.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So a lot
That's
of
like
times,
Eve.
like Adam.
But I mean, some
You
people
mean
don't
like Adam?
remember, you know.
What are you talking about?
Some people
What are you
don't
talking? This
even
is a
know
war
so
up
them
in here.
choose them
Yeah, it's a
friend, you
war.
know.
I'm the
That's
only.
true.
I'm the only Eve at the table.
Oh no.
You know what I'm saying?
Be careful,
Your name is
Tell
Cassie,
me.
NYC.
Cassie. NYC, Big
That's
K.
a fact. All day.
A lot of
I mean, I don't know. I'm just. I mean, I love having conversation with gentlemen because we grow from one another, especially when it's good quality conversation. Because to me, it's not really about the quantity; it's about the quality of everything that I come in contact with. So I'm just open to continue to learn, so that we can get to a place as a culture, as a community, that we can be the best version of ourselves, so that way we can be the best for whatever it is that we leave behind. You know.
So for the most part, dog. So we basically gonna get them a breakdown and see how we want you to break down that prayer that you gave them in that journey. So we got a lot of hopeless people outside right now. You know that, and I know that. We been knew that. That's not nothing new. We been knew that because we was hopeless. You feel me?
And so why we do what we do.
Exactly. So now we now the fact that we got the knowledge and we got the wisdom is power. And then we preaching it to the people. This show is for the people. You feel me? So when keeping it real goes wrong, see, a lot of people feel like they kept it real, and it went wrong, but they was in the wrong direction. Period. They wasn't even right. Period. You feel me? So they set standards and they set lifestyles for us, so that we follow behind that, so that we get deterred from the direction that we're supposed to go, and so that they can make a whole bunch of money off of us and use it.
But that's the whole reason why we deterred from the mission, because them make we feel like, not make we feel, them left the world with no choice but to go make a bunch of bag of money.
Exactly.
And then the new no choice is attention.
Exactly.
Now everybody craving attention.
That's a fact.
Everybody want to be.
That's a fact. And that's true.
Everybody, but you already is.
Exactly.
You are.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly. So
I can't want to be nobody
else.
I can't want to be like nobody.
How? When you
I am
you have
who
what
I
you
am.
have, and certain people that you know, it's the crazy part. They don't even value themselves. That's why we're here today. That's why I brought you.
Hence the problem, because, and that problem is because we were taught to make a bag of money.
Exactly. And not really live your life.
Not really. We were
how are
taught
we
to
supposed
live
to really-
life.
Period.
How are we really supposed to?
You know what I'm
But
saying?
a lot, do you know? But what they set for us.
And they tell us that we must make a bag of money, and they never even teach us that through school.
They're not gonna teach that because you know why?
They never teach
How?
nobody.
You know why?
To really
You know why?
be investors and be how to really save and do everything that we're doing now. They never really teach us none of that. They taught us pi r square, ratio,
No, they taught us how to
What
be
is it,
workers.
Equation.
They taught us
how to be
Christopher Columbus.
workers.
They taught us everything that they wanted us to know.
like,
So, but look,
and then after school, then you got to go to do this.
yes,
So they were
yes.
preparing us to
So
the
look,
they were
that's
preparing us for
crazy.
the workforce.
That's crazy. Yes, for
Technically,
their workforce.
For the workforce. Yeah, it wasn't for you to be an independent thinker or for you to be an entrepreneur or
was
for you
to-
to be an visionary
it was to
person.
create
It was for
their
you to be part of a
generational wealth.
workforce to continue wealth,
To create
wealth for
their
them.
generational
Right.
wealth.
And that's it's still designed. It's still that way today. And this is why there's so many blockades in place too, to create all of these distractions. Because if we become too conscious, then that'll lead to us being too powerful and then demanding certain things and that we know that we should have rights to.
But,
You know?
but if you look at the bigger picture, right? Why do you think the poor community is full of ignorance?
Well,
Because
yeah,
of the
just
things
what you
them what them
said.
tell us.
Yeah.
That's the next thing I don't like. Like rights, patriotic, those words are madness.
Yes,
All them words are illusion. Stress, illusion.
yes.
Depression,
Mental illness.
illusion. You know what I'm saying? And I know because I'm living life. And we don't go about our solution the way how other people go about them solution. You know what I'm saying? I tell people, say, I can go build your island anywhere I go in the world. People say, yeah, how it is, like when the king asks, how it is in England, how it been like. It's me, I'm going to create I vibes everywhere I go. You know, in the wilderness, the highest mountain top, you know, that's me, you know, that's I. That's what I purpose is for. I'm not supposed to just be in Jamaica and think like, oh, I can't leave Jamaica, I got to be in this landmass.
You know one thing.
I can be anywhere that I choose to be, where the spirit lead I to be.
You
Because we have choice. So he's a man, and he go back to the words what them give. Why be patriotic to write here? Why? Why patriotic to write here? Then them teachers said the motherland is where you're from. You see them teacher to be patriotic, but then they'd say the motherland is
That's
where you're
nationalism. Why you shaking your head?
Yo,
Brad?
nah.
You like this?
no, what I wanted to
you've
say
been
about-
bamboozled.
No. When he say I, right?
Yeah.
he recognized self. You know what I mean? The creation that he is. I am. You feel me? I am a child of
Well,
God.
and that's what God said.
Yes,
When
I
they
am.
asked him, he said, I am.
Yes.
Who are you? I am. And the powerful, you know the power in saying that? When God said, when they asked him, who are you? When they tell us, that when they ask us, who are you? He said, just tell them I am. That means there is no beginning, there is no am. I am.
I exist.
I exist.
And he said, I am Dre
yeah,
Island.
Yeah, I am
You know,
Dre
Dre Island to bring forth.
Yeah.
I and I.
Exactly.
You feel me?
Right.
So
You exist
he speak
to
life.
bring forth whatever it is you were created for. The only you can do. Because there will never, ever, no matter where you go, to the ends of the earth, another Dre I am. I just won't meet you again. And this right now and any other time, you know, if God willing it's presented, but I will never meet another you. Never.
Unique sound and unique. You could tell that Dre Island is creating his own lane, and his music is very, we call it, intriguing and powerful.
And
just listen
conscious.
to the sound.
It's
It's very enlightening to the soul.
It's you know when they say it has this the wave, because remember that's what we are. Our hearts are beating. We're vibration. We are actually vibration. So when your music, and this is how you know, because even the angels, that's what they do. They honor, they give worship, they worship God. So when you hear music like that, and it resonates with your soul, right, with your spirit, then it's only one or two things, right? Either it's not from him, or it is.
It's a spirit.
That vibration, because we're
uplifting.
spiritual beings. We're just in this vessel, but we're all spiritual beings, and the beauty is being able to come out of that physical space, knowing that you are something so much greater than the body that you're in. Because the reason why you're in the body is to experience this realm that we're in. That's the purpose of being in the body, right? Because outside of the body, you don't experience these things that we're experiencing right now. And this is just powerful. And like I said before, all I needed to hear was I didn't even hear I didn't hear your album, your music, the whole song. All I needed to hear was that. It was like a second. And I was like, whoa. And I knew that it was the spirit, my spirit connected to that. It was nothing more. And then it made me want more. Because it's where I'm at in the spirit. Because some people aren't there and they wouldn't connect with it. So it all depends on the vibration, where you're at, you know, in this journey of life, you know. And if that's what God is ready for you to receive. Because God is not always ready for everybody to receive everything at the same time.
Everything is time.
Yeah, everything is time.
It's just leave up to your time, because if I and I too, you know, I have to know that and learn that too. I live in that time. Heal all wounds for real. You know, the wound cannot heal when you say the wound feel. Time, in time.
And then be willing to be willing to want to heal. Some people, they don't seek healing. You know what I mean? Because they don't seek him. Healing is in him, honestly. It's in him.
Because
It's not
somebody said,
something-
I don't know who said it earlier, you know, it's to surround yourself around
Positive people.
vibration and start going.
vibration.
Because that's why everything that you said, I was listening, you know, because that's what we are, vibration, you know, the heartbeat of a pulse, and
That's
the
it.
music of the heartbeat and inspiration of Jah. You know, every songs I ask Jah to give by the right words to sing to his people. It's not about how I feel only, you know. It's more, and if Jah pleased with this, it's not, I don't write my music with pen and paper. No, I sing in front of the microphone. You know, because it's supposed to be life. It's not supposed to be an imagination or a fairy tale or just a story that no one can look into and live and see the life and see the truth. I can't speak lie. Yeah, I can't live a lie. I have to live life. You know what I'm saying? If I'm not living life, the next thing you're going to live is a lie. Because if you remove the F from life, what's the word?
Failure.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't living that. And that's what a lot of people live in. Because they fail to speak truth. They never teach us to
And they
speak
don't
truth
live
and
the
live
truth.
truth.
Live life.
They don't live
They
the
don't speak
truth.
life.
I am the
They
one
don't
that
live
have
the
to
truth.
live every
That's right.
single words that I say.
And that's why character is so important, and people don't understand that you got to be conscious all the time of what you do and how you respond, and you should always be operating in the thought. You should not operate off emotions, like just because like you emotions are fleeting. You could be happy one day and sad the next. So you always have to live off of that God conscience, like be prayerful, like you said, like praying all the time. That's why the scripture says you should pray without ceasing, because when you do that, you're conscious. Because if you don't, then you'll hear other voices, other things, and it can throw you off track, and it can take you to a place where what your destiny and what God has planned for you, whatever purpose He has for you, it could be set back, or because you have the free will, right? But God already has a purpose for you, but you have a choice to receive that purpose or to do things your way. And then when you do it that way, your way, instead of being God conscious, you get set back in a sense. You know what I mean? If that makes sense, if what I'm saying.
There's time, perfect sense, because there is time when evil within I and I self, the spirit hit me, because as we are human being, first and foremost. You know, we are that being. So the spirit hit me and said, Dre, if you don't move now, this going past you and there's nothing you can do to bring it back.
Wow, really?
Of course.
Wow.
Yeah, and that have me sit down thinking now to myself like, yo, what me I gonna do? How me I gonna do this? I need to do this. And then you have to really go in that realms to get the people, the place, the space, the time to make sure that this time don't pass and you're doing the X, Y, Z. You know what I'm saying? So, and for me to feel that too, I know there are other people who give that inspiration to, and sometimes they be stubborn because as you say, we have choice. I could have been stubborn if I wanted to be stubborn when the spirits move. But I saw the result. But again, when I move towards what the spirit say I should move towards, you know, and I keep seeing results after results. You know what I'm saying? And we're not perfect because we have life, you know. Yes, we're not perfect. No man is perfect. If we once we born through, start count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We born as a perfect being, but you know,
Yes,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because we are here, see, a bag of illusion around me. Along the way, sometime, you know, we do some things. It no might be as drastic, or some man will say degree to degree. I don't have no degree to nothing. You see, once if I and I take up this and it's not my one, I leave with it. It's what it is. You know, people are going to partial it and say there's certain degree to it and certain things. You know what? I look at the intention.
Ooh.
Can you hold that thought for a second?
Go ahead. Yeah.
You know what you said, it goes from numbers, right? From 1 up, right? It's just like a child. A child is pure in its first stages of life. You know what I'm saying? Their mindset is not about corruption.
I don't care about none of this.
All they care about is love, attention, affection. You know, and what we teach our children nowadays is what the world, they perceive. If you're not giving a child a love and attention, they're going to seek where they find love. Like some kids find love in friends because their parents ain't giving them love, so they all try to do anything to please their friend because their friends is giving them love. So they'll jump off a cliff if their friend said, do this for me, I got your back. And that's what the number comes in.
They call it peer pressure.
Yes.
But everybody need parenting, everybody need guidance, everybody need grooming.
But not in this time. There's no such thing as parenting. Parenting is leaving their kids to social media. They don't have time because they're trying to pay their bills and take care of
But
responsibility.
a lot of kids are rebellious too, though.
Look at the time.
They're extremely rebellious because of the exposure to all these different things out there.
Guys, we go back to him said the time.
Yeah.
Look at the time.
Guys, we were told to make a bag of money.
Yeah.
And
When
then
I was a kid,
and
you
then,
get a pow.
and because
Pow,
of
pow, pow.
trending now,
Yeah.
because of trending now and social media,
Mm-hmm.
everybody seeking attention.
That's it.
They
Right.
get the money and they realize they get the money and don't have no attention.
But guys,
Then
gentlemen,
start fighting for
wait,
the
That's a
attention.
fact.
wait, gentlemen, I
You know
have
what
a
I'm saying?
question.
Fact.
It's something that I've
Yes.
seen happening after Corona.
Yes.
I don't want to say after Corona, after 2020. You know, it's just a time period. But 2020, going forward from the, been happening before. But you see, since 2020, like, I'll be telling people,
It got
yo,
more enhanced.
the new root of evil,
Yeah,
it ain't
money.
money no more.
No, it
People
ain't.
got
What is
money.
People got
Social media.
Social
People's
media.
attention.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
true.
Everybody craving
So
attention.
So here's the thing. We know. So
Attention for what to?
it for nothing. People
it's
are
a
lonely.
facade. The
It's-
Kardashians.
It's
I
the
don't know.
people
Maybe
are
they did it.
no real
I don't
truth,
blame the
real
Kardashians.
truth,
I don't
real
know.
truth.
It's social media.
Nah,
they're
they're
like
part
the
of-
biggest.
They're part of
Biggest.
they're-
Like
they're
once they
part of-
started that reality show.
No, they're part of the
mean-
world. They're not a part of the masses. And
Huh?
Can't blame
I
them.
said they're part of the world. Not
Well,
of the,
never
you
blame
can't
them.
blame,
You can't blame
them, but
blame
you can
the
blame
household.
yourself for actually buying into it. Is what I'm saying. You can't blame them, but when young people are vulnerable, then you do have to find something that to be held accountable
The house.
for. I mean, we know things happen, so we know that of course everything starts in the home. But at some point, your child is going to be exposed to the forces that are outside.
Right.
So you can bring your child up in the best way. I'm a living example. My parents, I believe, did a great job with setting a solid foundation. Yes. But I could tell you one thing. At some point, I was very distracted. I ended up always in the back of my mind, and I'm going to be very
Curiosity?
honest. Listen, I always recalled what I was taught. It never went anywhere. But at the same time, there were other things outside that I needed to experience because I chose to, not because I wasn't taught any better. So when you have these other forces that are external, of course they're going to influence the young people. So you got to hold these other organizations accountable.
But you
To
know-
some extent,
I
you
was want- I
can't
wanted
just
to
say,
go
Go
on
ahead.
this.
Go ahead.
okay.
100% with what you're saying. 100% not with what you're saying.
Okay. That's
You know
fair.
why?
Yeah.
Because I ain't perfect. 7 brothers, 7 different minds. I was brought up in a household. And when I say household, it is a lot of factors. That's why I give thanks. I give thanks for where I is from. You know, the community. Because that community is like a bigger household. The school is a household too.
Village.
You know what I'm saying? The village is the household. So you see, if that president ain't right around that circle, I understand why some people do different things, which then break it down and say culture. And the culture, this is culture. But I give thanks for the leaders that were surrounding in our community because of the teachings that they gave us. And as I said, the seed that was sown in us from we young. That seed that was sown, the tree, when we reached 13, again, it couldn't bend way again. You couldn't turn we left, you couldn't turn right. It was all about what the elders they teach us. And that's what I brought through my life consciously, right through from
But
there
you were
until
one
then.
of the one of the more you're more focused, more grounded.
Listen, it was not better rose. I just say we had to go out there and as the king said before, Miami said before, we had to go out there and do research, we had to do our tests, we had to do experiment, we had to run our data. You know, we have to collect all them information, yeah, in order for know say, yo, really this versus is not that.
But you were also born in a time when there wasn't the social media influences. So you can't.
I mean, it was
compare
the social media
not
influences,
not
but,
how they are now.
but I had,
Today
I had
it's-
BT from when I was a kid in Jamaica. I
but
had
BET
satellite
is
dish.
socially distant. We didn't have this. This is a
No,
constant.
but look.
the kids come to
but
school
look,
with this device.
Look at this though. I'm home 24 hours in my. I had the privilege to turn the TV on whenever I feel like. I nobody told me to go.
But you couldn't. But you didn't take it outside with you. You didn't ride the
No,
train.
but
You
look
didn't
at
drive
this.
the car.
But look at this though.
You didn't bring this to school.
But look at this though. it's still influence. It don't matter what the time of influence.
Exactly.
At that time,
Yes.
this wasn't there to
Yes.
influence
But it's
us.
how much influence,
All right.
guys.
It had a
It's
lot,
how
though.
much.
You know
it's
what?
a lot more influence now than it was back
TV
then.
was a lot of influence back then.
Way more.
That's why they changed the BT status of showing videos in the middle of the day so that kids won't cut
You
school
had a
to
few
watch these videos.
Yeah, but right. But they don't do that now, is what I'm trying to
They already
say.
cut
So
it
it's
out.
different.
Because
But
that's why them
there's
kid-
100 channels on TV.
Yeah.
They have this, they have the computer, the laptop, they have this device so they can watch and be influenced 24/7.
Yes.
At least we knew at some point that, you know what, if you're outside playing,
Yes.
then you were being distracted by whatever else was going on outside. You weren't influenced by this. Now they're influenced by what's outside playing in front of them, what's on this device, and what's on the television.
But it was already. But for me, in my time, you asked a question, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna answer it now.
Okay.
In my time, everything that's on that, I had it in my house because I had 100 stations on my cable.
Satellite.
And in Jamaica, we bridged that cable again. So we had an extra. You had blues on the channel from when I was a little kid. Everything was there
Being
showing.
exposed to.
But gentlemen, I think you guys are
No,
missing my
no,
point.
no, let me say this though.
Okay.
And at the end of the day, it is influence. And it's influence, as much influence as this is, it's as much, it was that influential then because every kid around me wanted to do what they saw the rapper did, as he said. Not just Jamaican artists, the rappers. We skip Jamaica, start going to rapping. We want to do what the pop star, they wanted to do. How we knew, because we go to school. So we'd hear how everyone speak, you know, and see who influenced who. Barbie. I'm a Barbie girl in the Barbie world.
Yes,
Everybody
yes.
was
I-
Barbie
Yes,
and
exactly,
Ken.
yes.
I
Growing in
agree.
Jamaica.
I don't believe so. I guess what I'm saying is that yes, there were influences, but what I'm saying to you, gentlemen, they are so on demand. This device, even still having the same type of influences, they was still stationary. It was stationary. You had to be at home
was
or over
controlled.
someone's house. But
It
now
was just controlled.
I can
Now it is
go
more
home.
open.
Exactly.
That's
It
what I'm
do-
saying.
Yes.
It's
No,
all
but
available.
hold up.
This is, I can
That
take
don't
this out. I
mean,
can't take my
but listen,
TV
but
out
listen
my
what you're
pocket.
saying though.
I can't
You're
take
the
my
one
TV out.
asking the question, so
Okay.
listen what you're saying.
Okay.
That don't mean the influence wasn't that big and it wasn't there. It existed. It was just controlled. They control what they want you to see over here. They control what I was supposed to see in Jamaica. That's why I had TVJ and CVM. If we never had satellite dish and cable, I would be seeing CVM and I wouldn't be seeing none of what I saw for years. You know, and then something else will be written in my mind. But because I was open to seeing things that you were seeing too on your channel, it's like I know that you're seeing this, but then I'm seeing something that you're not seeing too.
Right, because you saw Lime Tree Lane and I didn't.
But I'm gonna show
So
you.
I'm saying there were some things that you were seeing to that I'm not seeing to.
Right, right.
Because it's controlled. Now, what the phone do now is open it to everybody seeing
That's
what
the
everybody
point. That's
doing.
the point I'm making.
However, though, it's still influence.
It is.
I'm not. That's the. I understand that. but
Back
what I'm
then, it
saying
was
is
as much.
more.
Yes, yes,
I think
yes,
it's
yes.
more today.
It's more
Yes.
open, so you get to see more.
what
You
I'm
get
saying.
to be more influenced by
But
other
that's what
things,
I'm
a wider
saying.
vast of
Yes,
things,
yes, yes.
than just being influenced by what they wanted you to be influenced by.
Right. No, I believe influence was there. What I'm saying
Yeah.
is still,
That-
it's
yeah,
still
Now it's more open.
today.
Yes, yes,
I
no,
believe
yes.
it's more.
So now you have more choice. You
It's
go choose
accessible.
more things
Yeah.
to what you want to be.
Right.
Or
But it
be
still goes-
More
influenced to.
exposure.
It's not limited.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
limited.
To what they
want- right.
control.
It's, you could seek it out now.
Anytime you want.
At any time.
Artificial
Yeah.
intelligence. You
But-
find out anything
But,
you need to know.
but influence, the point of influence though, it was always influential.
Yeah,
Trust
But
me.
the
Yeah.
question
When
is
Cadillac girls come out and the spree wheel rims, everybody in Jamaica had that too.
Yeah.
But doesn't it
That's
come back
that's
down to
influence.
free will?
That falls under influence.
Everybody got
That's
wanted
it.
When
that
you're
big
young,
chain.
they
Yes,
don't
everybody
have to be
wanted
conscious about
Everybody
free
wanted
will.
that big house up in Beverly Hills in Jamaica too.
yeah.
You know, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's what they saw on the TV, the Jetsons.
Yeah.
We
The
got,
Jets at all.
we got somebody tapping in saying
The
that they said
Jetsons.
kids talked in person, rumors happen in person. We watch drug dealers be flying in person.
And we can't act, we can't think, because that's 100%. Because look at this. Everything, and this is sometime I ask a question to parents to like, well, you wasn't young? You never grew up where you did born 40? You never what you want me for really get somebody like you want to scare them because they don't know about technology. Tell them say you want to get somebody for real up your life and show it on a big screen.
So let me ask you. Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry.
You remember the Twilight Zone?
Yeah.
Anybody grew up on the Twilight Zone?
Every one of us.
All right. The
And on
Twilight
the
Zone,
New
we
Year's,
living in the
they show
Twilight Zone
like
time,
20.
right? This is mind manipulation, right? If you think about it, right, it's got everything that you want or need or desire. You feel me? Because it have your attention. So for you to stay focused, you can't stay focused because something you like. Let me just go through certain pages. It's like, wow. Next thing you know, an hour passed, 2 hour passed,
3,
3 hour passed,
4.
just scrolling through your Instagram or Facebook, just going. You saying you just want to check certain things out. You veer off and go on the wrong channel, and then you're like, oh, she look good. Oh, look at that car. Ooh, wow. You keep on going because it has
Yeah,
your
it becomes
attention.
addiction now.
It comes to addiction. So once you know your how you could say it again, algorithm.
The algorithm.
Your algorithm, right?
It's
Once
gonna
it
feed
knows
you
it, it's going to feed you everything that your eyes is appealing to because the gateway is open. So now they're going to feed
They
you.
give you AI now to use. They've been using it.
Yeah, your eyes and your ears. So now they got you into.
But you got to remember that everything that we use was being used to
of course.
build the time that we're going to use it for.
Yes.
So
Yes.
at the end of the day, we all have to just know, feed, focus, stop distraction.
So
Oh, you cure hunger.
anger.
Hunger.
Oh, you feed it.
Okay. So how you stop distraction?
You starve it.
Oh, you make focus, feed focus, stop distraction. You know, and a man we said, Dre, yeah, it's easy for you to say it, but I know that's easy for me to say it now. I did have to leave phone for 1 year.
Leave what?
Phone.
Leave the phone.
Yeah.
1 year. Because
Distraction.
somebody look at me and tell me say it's impossible. And
That
what
you can't do.
and how I see life is the greats were greater than anybody in this time, and they
Yes.
never had a phone.
Right. So
Look at the greats that we really call greats.
Yes.
Look at the works that they did.
They didn't have that much of a distraction.
Thank you. And that's the philosophy that I chose. Then it's go back to choice again.
Yes.
It's not you have to do it. It's not I chose to use that philosophy. So when the person he tell me that it hit me away.
Yeah.
You know, you can't live without phone. You can't do without phone. And
Did
say,
they
what?
grasp it? Did they grasp it
listen
after
me.
you did it?
My,
The originality?
that's the year I got one of my biggest record
Dre.
ever.
Yeah, because you got
Same song we pray.
because you fell in line with you was inclined with yourself.
I-
Blocked everything, no distractions.
Fellas,
No distractions.
sorry to interrupt you. You know how time is. Time is precious.
Time is
You know what
always
I'm saying?
precious.
And we are dwindling down to our precious time.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Thanks to time.
you know, we are
Yeah,
grateful to have Dre Island here today. I hope
Yes,
you
thank
people
you
out
so
there,
much.
you know,
Bro came
go
through.
online and check out Dre Island, man. He's the up and coming artist. He's very talented.
Tell
You
him-
know what I
tell
mean?
him, talk to the world.
Yes.
Oh,
Just let
yeah.
them know.
Tell him where to find you at. Tell him
I
what's
got
going
2
on. Get him your
albums
feed
out
up.
there. Go find me at those 2 albums. That's what gonna let you have a little insight on Dre Island, you know? It's called Now I Rise, the first one, and the second one, it's High Times. So that's for all the smokers. 8 songs dedicated to marijuana. The first official marijuana album. I never knew that. It was just my love, and I did what I love, and then I found out that it was the first official marijuana album. So feel inspired, feel high, feel motivated, feel positive.
And if there's anything that you want to leave, like something conscious, something that a word of
A
wisdom,
message.
a message that you
Basically,
want to hear,
that
because
prayer, see that
this will
prayer.
follow you forever from here to eternity. Even when we're
Break
gone,
that
this
prayer
will
down
still
to
be
them
here.
so they can
Is there
understand.
anything you want to share with
Not
them?
ever gone.
I know, but in the physical.
Yeah, not ever
But if
gone.
if they seeing you in the physical, is there anything that you want to say to their listeners?
Yeah, feed, focus, stop distraction.
That's a fact.
Amen.
Break that prayer down to them in the
It ain't nothing more than that, and no room for errors, you know.
Exactly.
When you know, I see, I just know it's no room for errors. Just get it right.
Amen. Bless up. Respect.
Did that.
You know,
break- you break
cheers and blessing.
Cheers.
You know, we
Cheers.
drank it off. You know what I mean?
I can't make you cheers.
Yeah, blessing. Everybody, peace. You
I
know.
times toast in the drink. I don't really drink. You know, I times toast. See there? I times, right?
The I times. There it is.
Yeah, I times
There it
toast.
is. I times. Peace.